what about getting the ownership? What about the money? There's plenty of black people that have the money to own a team if they desire to do that. Why don't we get a black owner in the NFL? There's never been a black owner in the NFL. Let's get a black owner. And no, I don't want Jay-Z or Sean Combs to be the fucking owner. Kanye, I'm a big Kanye fan. I don't want Kanye to be the owner of an NFL team. I want
they're not going to run it properly
to do it, but there still is plenty of black people with money. Everybody holds Condoleezza Rice in big regard. Obviously, she's not a billionaire. She can't afford a team. I think she got interviewed once for I don't know if it was coaching or GM. Somebody interviewed Condoleezza Rice once for a job.
I want to say she got interviewed. I know she's involved in sports and they wanted her to
the college football playoff committee, right?
Right.
She's held in high regard. And, black people look at her as him and Colin Powell. I mean, Chappelle made fun of it, but these are black people that are looked at as traitors because they're on the Bush administration. But it doesn't mean
because you would turn down a job on the Bush administration if you were qualified for it. Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. And then you really are good at what you do.
And to your ownership thing, man, that's why, again, I proposed this crazy theory and this media shit because it'll never stick, is that you have to earn your ownership, right? You have to be able to maintain it because ownership has to be competitive. Because again, owning the team, or in the NBA, governing the team, because they don't call them owners no more. It needs to be as competitive as winning games is. Because when it's not as competitive as winning games is, there's no incentive for you to change the way you think, because guess what? You can put in all these great diversity rules, but if you don't have diverse decision makers, and if you don't have a reason to make the owners, the rich billionaires, most of them and on the back end of their life, making those people change the way they think or just change their actions to appeal to you or appease you, nothing's going to happen. If there's no threat of them losing their team because they're not a good owner, nothing's going to happen, because football or sports ownership is much different than most business ownership, right? Yeah. To own most businesses, you have to be a competent individual in order to own and run that business, because if it's a huge corporate
position,
right, to get to that position, usually there's a board that can vote you out if you fucking suck, right? Or you just won't. Or if you start a business yourself, if you're not good, your business will flop.
Exactly.
Where pro sports, you would think Bill Belichick would own a football team, right? Because he is the brightest football mind we've ever seen. But he's probably never going to own a team.